So hello,
Hello.
this is Miss Sessoms. She is the lead counselor at the Community Scholars After School Program at Community Life and Recreation Center at Lyon Park, and I'm going to be asking her a few questions. So the first question I'm going to ask you is, what do you believe your role is in the classroom for this program?
My role in the classroom for this particular program is to plant seeds into children, um, to make sure that they have what they need to be successful mentally, physically, and spiritually. What I also do is I help with the other counselors. I help coordinate different programs and activities, and also make sure the activities and programs that are already in place function to the level that they should function, and just provide support to the staff and to the students.
And how do you think education is changing today? If you do think education is changing today?
Education is changing all the time. If you just look around, you'll see as the country evolves, as the world evolves, and education evolves. What I see happening now is that education is taking more of a shift to more things in technology. You have children who are going to have to know more and more about technology, which means educators, and education is going to have a more focus on technology. But I also feel like even though that's the case, some of the basic reading, writing, and arithmetic that students need to know still are relevant. So even though things are changing, there are also things that are basic that are remain the same. Also, as well, education is changing to focus, or should be changing to focus on more of a holistic view of the child. So, not just focusing on teaching the child in the academic piece, but also looking at the child's environment, looking at the child's family structure, looking at the child's culture, because all those things are things that are going to play an effect on how the child learns. So just really education should be changing to be more broad and more holistic.
Okay.
I
That's
don't know
pretty
if it's
good. I
making
didn't think
that
about it like
shift,
that.
but it should
Should
be.
be. You're right. It
Yeah,
should be.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But I think, what I think I see happening is more of a focus on technology, get it done quick. And a lot of times you see a lot of that basic stuff that I mentioned earlier, that reading, that writing, and math is kind of like
Overlooked.
falling to the
Hmm.
side or falling off the stove, but it's still needed,
Yeah,
you know.
that makes a lot of sense.
Right.
Okay, how would you measure academic progress here in the center?
Um, hmm, that's an interesting question. Well, I'll just tell you that our students, we do review our students' report cards, we do review our students' progress reports here at the center, and that kind of gives us a view of how they perform academically in the classroom. But here in the center, if we can get a child to complete their homework, that's academic progress. If we can get a child who came to us in kindergarten and did not know how to read or write, that's academic progress for us. That's how we measure it, because we don't have report cards and we don't have progress reports that we send home. But when we see the child being able to go from not reading to
Hmm.
reading a sentence, that's
Yeah.
academic progress.
Okay. Okay. And what do you think parents could be doing at home to ensure some of this academic progress at school or even for the program here?
All that they can. Specifically, what they can be doing is they can be reading with their child every night. They can be working with their child on their math skills that they need help with. They can be taking time at home to connect with the teacher to find
Hmm.
out what's going on, whether that be via email or via social media. Because, like I said, technology kind of help drives it. So I know that there are a lot of different ways to communicate with the teachers, outside of the classroom, making phone calls, but and spending quality time with their children.
Hmm.
That's going to help
Yeah.
with academic progress.
Yeah. I would really agree with that.
Yeah.
Um, I think a lot of times, parents just look to us, the teachers or the
Mhm.
instructors, for
Mhm.
helping their child get along
Right. Right.
and not necessarily doing their part
Right.
sometimes. Yeah,
Yeah.
so I agree with that. What would you say distinguishes this after school program maybe from others?
Mm. I would have to say the support that we receive from my colleagues here. We even though we work with the children academically, we care about the children. If a child is hungry, we make sure they're fed. If a child has never had an experience outside of Durham, we try to provide that experience. The experiences that we provide are very unique.